The first memorable grass strip was in Ledgerwood, North Dakota. What was really remarkable about this was it was surrounded by water, but it had more waterfowl than any other airport I've saw anywhere in the 5 states. If you look carefully as I'm coming in and landing here, you'll see some ducks flying across the screen. It was a challenge also to get out of there because it was pretty rough and pretty wet. The next airport is Gackle, North Dakota. The locals all recognize this as one of the most challenging airports in all of North Dakota. Here I'm overflying runway 17, coming in short landing. What was challenging, it was 1,150 feet with density altitude of 5,000. Question was, could we get out of here? Landing was one thing, taking off was another. The next airport, also in North Dakota, was Towner. Runway 21 terminates at the salvage yard, which we realized when we departed from that same runway. This was a quick stop to check weather in this very interesting FBO. We ended up turning around and coming back to Towner and checking weather one more time and almost got stuck there until we decided that maybe it would be not a good idea to end up getting stuck overnight, since who gets the sofa? And then also there was this less than comfortable looking bed. We hightailed it to Minot and decided to call it quits for that day. Another memorable North Dakota airport was McClumsky. Here's short final runway 13. Tammy nicknamed this McClumpy because we were bouncing all over the place on landing. Next we took a look at where's the terminal. Take a look through the field full of mosquitoes. Some terminal. That was enough for McClumpy. We were out of there. The last of the memorable grass strips in North Dakota was Richardton. And what was memorable about this is take a look at the bales of hay that marked the runway. Once I was on the ground, I had to go find the mailbox with the stamp, which was over there by the windmill. Now we're off to Minnesota. Definitely different grass strips than North Dakota. First one that was really memorable, and I've been to a number of them by this time, was Big Falls, Minnesota, which was part of the Beaver MOA. They had a number of grass strips cut out of them, and they were really beautiful in that you were landing with the trees right there. Now I'm back taxiing on the crossing runway 21 over to the terminal to find the stamp. Now I realized this runway had not been cut. As a matter of fact, I'm cutting it with my prop. You'll see in a minute that here's the plane and you can barely see the wheels. So that was memorable in terms of the length of the grass. This is the last of the Minnesota grass strips that were memorable, and that is, I think it was actually the most beautiful, East Gull Lake. You'll see it's surrounded by lakes. In the middle of it is a golf course, and straight ahead is the runway itself. You'll see golf holes on both sides. And it's just a beautiful place. This would be a place I wouldn't mind going back to and actually recreating. You've got everything there. You've got water for boating, you've got golf course to play golf, and again you can fly into it. As a matter of fact, if you'll take a look to the left, you'll see there's a fairway that's pretty straight and certainly looks like it could be a runway right there, except for the sand trap. And here we are coming into short final runway 13. Look to the left and you're going to notice a building. That building actually houses a driving range. And what I thought were yellow dandelion heads on the runway, they were actually range balls that were sliced from the driving range. Elkader, Iowa is the last of the grass strips. I think this was one of the most beautiful. It's located on a river bluff in northeast Iowa. It was October, the colors were just spectacular. This video was taken off of my wing camera. As you can see as I'm doing this low pass, the runway was just absolutely perfect. But as you head to the south, and you're coming off of this bluff, it just drops off into just a spectacular, beautiful scene. I hope you've enjoyed these memorable grass strips.